G'day and welcome to the Inforunners. I'm Execute. Today I'm going to be attempting to take you from buying a mule and upgrading all the way through the discount Warbond CCUs that are available at this sale to get to a Scorpius. We need a Scorpius to give away for our giveaway, so that's what I'm going to do. And to my knowledge, this will be the first time ever that someone's caught on video the actual applying of the CCUs and the structure of the CCU chain. And that should allow you to follow along and get a Scorpius right now today for a saving of $55 on the Scorpius. So with that, let's kick it off over to the browser. And you'll see here that I'm on rsi.com and what I'm going to do first is going to be a bit of a lengthy video because obviously I'm talking as I do it. But I'm going to go over and buy a mule. The mule that I'm going to buy is the concierge one. So the person that receives the mule, the Scorpius as a giveaway will actually get an extra skin. So just to give you a little bit of free added benefit. That's what I do. You could obviously just get this one, which is the normal one. But if you happen to have concierge, you have access to this one. So I'm actually going to add that one to my cart. All right, now we're going to go back to the pledge store. We're going to go into ship upgrades. I'm also going to turn on this little image for you guys on the bottom left here. This is a small version of the CCU chaining guide that I did about an hour and a half to 2 hours ago. And it basically just shows us going up to the Scorpion. So this allows you to follow along on the screen. And as you can see there, the first one cab off the rank is the Origin 300i. So you need to go up to here where it says all ships. And you go 300i. And then we go 325 because that's a ship we want to go to. It's going to give us two options. We're going to take the cheaper one for Invictus, add it to cart. It's going to kick us back to the pledge store again, and that's fine. So we're going to ship upgrades again. This time we're going from the all ships again, arrow, or I could one more R. Yeah, there we go, arrow. And then we're going to the Herald? No, not a hammerhead. Herald, there we go. Add it to cart. A couple more times I've got to do this. So next one off the rank is the Ghost. And the Ghost is going to the Vulture. Looking forward to that one actually. Soon. Adding this to cart. And then two more to go. Freelancer miss. Obviously got to put on the right all ships. Freelancer miss. To Taurus. There's the Taurus. Cheapest one again. Add to cart. One more time. Now, for you guys, I'm going to show you how to do this last one, but for me, I actually have one of this in my hangar already that I brought when the ship was actually at concept, so it actually works out a little cheaper for me to buy that one. But for you guys, you'd want to pick up today, you want to pick up the Hurricane to the Scorpius, and you would then again pick this one and then apply it to your cart. Now, I'm not going to do that because I've already got one in my hangar, and that allows me to show you something else, which is using credit to buy back ones in your buyback, which I've already done. All right, so with that, we now go over to the checkout. Just going to double check that I've got here. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Now we head back to my hangar, having purchased all those. All right, there we go. So you can see now that we have a mule. And we have these upgrades. So all we do now is we have to plug the gaps. So we go back to the pledge store and we want to go from a Drake mule. This time around, we can do the same thing again. All right, so my ships, we have a mule now. So we should be able to type that in. There's our mule. And we're now going from a mule to a 300i. There it is. and we can add that to cart. Go back in, and so we're now going from a 325A to an anvil arrow. 325A to an anvil arrow. Add that to cart. And then we are going to a herald to a ghost. Helps if I learn how to spell. All ships. Herald to a ghost. And it's telling me I don't own a herald. That's fine. Add that to cart. And now we're going from a vulture to a freelancer miss. So back into ship upgrades. All ships again. Vulture to a miss. Freelancer miss. Again, $38. Add that to cart. And then we go into ship upgrades, and we are going from a Taurus to a Taurus to a Vulcan, because that's what I've got in my hangar already. Taurus to a Vulcan, there it is, and add that to cart. Now, because I've already got credit, this time when I go to the checkout, you got all these. Now it's $115, but I've also got the GST or tax in my case. So I can now use my store credit, and it'll tell me that's $105 value. So I'll take that $105 out of my credit, apply it, and it cost me nothing. So I simply click continue. All right, now we go back to hangar. All right, now we're back in the hangar. You can see that I've got the mule here. So we're going to start with the mule, and we're going to go from the mule. Your starting ship, as you can see, if it's giftable, and it's also got lifetime insurance. The final ship that you get to will have the same thing. There are ships that you can buy that only have, like, say, 120 months insurance. Some war bond CCUs you can go through will actually allow you to gain LTI. In this case, we're already starting with LTI. So our first upgrade will be from the mule to 300i. This is it here. So we're going to apply it. It's going to give us qualifying ships. So the only one we're going to be able to apply it to is the mule. So we click that. We go next. I chuck in my secret password. And that didn't work, so I'm going to type it by hand. There we go. And so now our mule is technically a 300i. Now, if that's as far as I wanted to go, I could actually go into game right now, and there would be my 300i. So next step is to go 300i to 25A. We apply this. Again, it'll show us it here, standalone ship mule plus smokestack paint, because that was our original starting pledge. So we click this and click next. And password again. There we go. And we are now at a 325A. So the next one after the 325A will be this one, 325A to arrow. So we apply this upgrade. Password again. And we check it again, and it is now gone to an arrow. So we now go from an arrow to herald. Apply this one here. And so as you can see here now, we are at a herald. So we now go from, it'll be on this one. So it'll be Herald to Ghost. Again, if you ever get lost, just follow that guide in the bottom left-hand corner. That's all I'm doing as I do this. And that's applied. All right. And I'm just going back to check our mule every time. So we're currently at a Hornet Ghost. So we now go Hornet Ghost to Vulture. And yes, sadly, I'm putting this in by hand every single time. Got it wrong. There we go. And the human after all. All right, refreshes every time. So we now have a mule that is currently a vulture. So now we want to go vulture to freelancer miss. We apply this. Right, refreshes again, and we've got a mule that is now at a freelancer miss. So we now go freelancer miss to Constellation Taurus. Apply. Finds our selected ship. Next. Refreshes again. And we currently have our mule here, which is... You can see I supplied all these assurances along the way, but it takes the best one every single time. So even though I've got all these 120-month insurance, the lifetime will be the one that rules over it. So we're currently at a Taurus. So we now... I have lost an upgrade. Oh no, there it is. I'm just blind. Sorry. So Taurus to Vulcan. And I apply that. It'll refresh. And now we're currently at Vulcan. And the last one, as I said, this is the one I brought back from my buyback. And it allowed me to use credit instead of using fresh cash. And that's why I did this. So it's a little different to what you guys will be doing. But so in your case, you'd be going to a Hurricane where I went to a Vulcan. That's the only difference in this entire guide. All right, so I'll apply this final one. Password one last time. And refresh. And we now have a mule with a smokestack skin that has a Southland hangar with an RTI Scorpius with so much insurance, I'm never going to run out. And that's how it's done. Last thing I'm going to show you guys is I'm going to go in game and go for a flight. Alright guys, so you can see now here I'm at the ASOP terminal in game, and I've got the one I rented at RSI Day, and I've also got this one here, Scorpius II, new one. Stand by. And if we spawn it in, hangar 3, run over down to hangar 3. Now you may notice that it doesn't look quite like a normal Scorpius, because I've also applied the concierge skin that we're going to give away to the winner. I think it looks really sick with that skin on it. Nice and black with a bit of orange. Damn, this is a sexy ship. Okay, I do like it. I really do like this ship. I kind of want one, but it's too expensive for what it is for me. Personally. Wonderful weather here we've got at Hurston for this video. Let's straight up, get out of this cloud layer. And there you go. Very own Scorpius with a $55 saving. Okay, there you have it. That's how you can get a Scorpius for a $55 saving. Hope this has been informative. It's the first video I think of its type that actually shows you how to do it all the way through. And if you like this type of content, please like, subscribe. If you want to go the extra mile on Patreon and help us out, please feel free to do that. Please let me know your thoughts below in the comments below if this is the first time video you've seen like that. And I really hope it helps those people that can't connect all those dots. So with that, I'll catch you in the next one.